Okay, welcome back, students. This is Mr. Lai again for SS2 Mathematics. So that I hope we enjoy what we SS3 class did in the morning, but this time around is for SS2 class Mathematics for SS2. The topic we were doing before you people left, it was trigonometry. This trigonometry is talking about, we have three areas in trigonometry. We have sine, cosine, and tangent. So that you can see that we have done this part before you people left. But what we are going to talk about today, how to use the sine rule for trigonometry ratio. If you want to apply a sine rule, we have the formula of A over sine A equals to B over sine B and equals to C over sine C. All these sine A, we know that is an angle. This one is the side of A. And B, this side B is an angle. This one is side of B. And this one also is C. And this is an angle of C. And before we can be able to apply this sine rule, we have to know that we have a triangle that have two angles and side and a side, or two angles and any side. So that if you want to apply a sine rule, I have some questions with me here, which we are going to treat together now. Example 1, the question we have in a triangle ABC, triangle ABC equal triangle ABC, B, angle of B equals to 39 degrees, and the angle of C equals to 82 degrees. And side of A, it was given as 6.73 centimeter. And the question now says calculate C. You can see my C. This C I wrote here, even for this one is the side of C. Why this one is an angle of C? So that for us to do what we are going to do, we are going to sketch the diagram outside. Let us quickly sketch it. We are sketching the diagram. Let's say we have triangle ABC. Triangle ABC. This is a triangle ABC. A, B, and what? C. This triangle ABC, let us label what we have on the board. We have an angle of B. Angle of B, it was given as 39 degrees. Angle of C was also given as 82 degrees. And we also have side of A. We know that we have the angle of A, the opposite sign is a small letter A, and the B is a small letter B, and the opposite of C is a small letter C. And the side of A, it was given as 6.73 centimeter. You don't forget that what we are looking for side of C. And look at this triangle very well. I told you that this triangle, we know that we normally have three angles in a triangle. 1, 2, and this. This angle A was not given. It was not given to us. Out of three angles we have, 2 were given, but the last one was not given. What to do is to work on angle of A first. If you want to work on angle of A, what to do now is, we know that A, which is equals to 180 minus, open bracket, 39 degrees plus 62 degrees. Why is it like that? We know that some of the triangle is 180 degrees. Some of the triangle is 180 degrees. That's why I say, by the time we add this, we have 39 plus 82. We are going to have total here, and we subtract it from 180, so that we are going to get the last angle. So that we know that we have completed all the three angles we have. So that you can see, I'm solving for angle A, which is what is necessary for us to first do. 180 minus, if we sum this all together, we are going to have 121 degrees. By the time you open the bracket, we are going to have 180 minus 121. 180 minus 121. So that the total for this, we are going to have it as an angle of A, which is 180 minus 121. So that this one will give us 9. This one 7. 7 minus 2 is 5. So that our angle will now be 59 degrees. The angle of A is 59 degrees. You can see that in this triangle we have, in A we have the angle now. We also have the what? The side is complete. And the C we are looking for, the angle was given to us, but the side was not given. So that we can apply what is called sine rule. If you want to apply the sine rule, you take the complete side, which is A. You can say A over sine A, because A is complete. We have the side and we have gotten the angle of A. So that the side we are looking for side of C. We join it C over sine C. So that what we have as side of A, what we have 6.73 centimeter. And the angle of A, which is what we just got now, we have 59 degrees, which is equals to A, the small letter C we are looking for, which side of C, over angle of C. Our angle of C, which is sine what? Our angle of C, our angle of C is 82 degrees. So that what to do now is to just cross multiply. We don't do it like this in mathematics. It may you do like this, that means you have cancelled your work. It may you do something like this in the exams. You know that you are not allowed to do this. If you have to do this, examiner will not mark your step further. They will think that you have already cancelled the work. What to do if you want to cross multiply is to just write it there in words. Cross multiply. You don't need to cross with any line. Just write your cross multiplication, and you know that you are looking for small letter C, which is what? C it times sine 59 degrees equals to 6.73 centimeters times sine 82 degrees. So that if you want to do that, you can see that I'm still coming up, so that we have C over what we are going to work on sine 59 degrees. Sine 59 degrees, which is equals to 0.8572. We have already done the 8572 equals to, we are to multiply 6.73 times sine 82. Our sine 82 will give us 0.9903. So that what to do, we now make our C the subject of formula. We can just say C now equals to 6.73 times 0.9903 divided by 0.8572. By the time we work on this, what we are going to have is going to give us what we need for C. We multiply these two together and we divide it by, we multiply 6.73 times 0.9903 all over 0.8572. So that by the time we multiply the up one together, we divide it by the down, we now finally get the final answer. Our final answer now is our final answer for this, we now have C equals to 6. Our final answer now for this, by the time we multiply 6.73 times 0.9903 and divide it by 0.8572. Let's see what we are going to have as the final result for this question. Let's see what we are going to have as the final result for this question. Because the question says our final answer now is 7. For the C now equal to 7.77498 something something. So that we are going to make it as C equals to 7.7750. So that the final answer will now be 7.7750 for the what? For our side of C. This is the final answer for this question. Let's just quickly move to example 2 without wasting time. I believe we already have the idea for solving something similar of this. So that example 2, I'm giving an example 2 now. So that let's see how this. Let's say also we have in triangle ABC. In triangle ABC, we have our A equals to 29 degrees. Capital letter A is 29 degrees, which is capital letter B 36 degrees. 36 degrees. And small letter B, which side of B? We have 15.87 centimeter. And the question now says find small letter A. Like I said, I told you that before we can be able to apply sine rule, we are going to have two angles and one side. What are the two angles? You can see that capital letter A is an angle. Capital letter B is also an angle. And we also have side of B, which is 15.8 centimeters. And we have to find side of A. Let us have the triangle. Let us have the triangle. Let me say this one is A, B, and C. Side of B, angle of B, opposite of B is going to be small letter B. Side of A, opposite of A is going to be small letter A. And C is going to be small letter C. So that let us label all the side we have. The angle of A, what do we have? We have 29 degrees. And the angle of B, it was given as 36 degrees. Side of B, it was given as 15.8 centimeters. And the question says, find side of A. So that you can see A, it was only angle that was given. The side, it wasn't given to us. Total. So that what are we going to do? Before we do that, let us quickly work on the third angle of this, which is equals to 180 minus total summation of this. We have done it the first one. Let us quickly work on it. Let us find the third angles, which is angle what? Angle C. They might write angle C like this, or you might just write only C, which is 180 minus open bracket 29 degree plus 36 degree. 36 degree. By the time we work it further, we are going to have angle C, which is equals to 180 degree minus, if we add 29 plus 36, we are going to have 65 degree. By the time we open the bracket, we said 180 minus 65. 180 minus 65, we are going to have 5, 7, 1. We are going to have our angle C will now be 115 degree. 115 degree. It's going to be the angle C, which is what it was not given. Okay, let's quickly go back to the formula we are to use as sine rule for the question. Don't forget what we have out of this side now. Our C is perfectly complete. Our A is perfectly the angle C. We work on angle C. Okay, you can see that angle B is perfectly complete. We have the angle of B. We also have the side. Are you there? We also have the side. So that we now apply, which is B that's complete, which is B, small letter B over sine capital letter B, which is equal to what we are looking for, A. It's going to be A over sine A. So that you can see that what we have now, our small letters B is 15.8 centimeter over sine capital letter B. Capital letter B, it was given as 36 degrees. Equals to small letter A. Our small letter A, it wasn't given to us. So that's what we are looking for. And the capital angle A, what we have, angle A, it was given as sine 29 degree. So that for you to do that, like I said, that there's nothing like crossing, using your line to cross it. Please, don't let us be doing this. If you are doing this, that means you have already cancelled your work. What to do? Just write in where? Cross multiply. Cross multiply. Cross multiply simply means we are going to multiply them in diagonally. This one will multiply this, and then this one also go for this. So that the A we are looking for, which is A, is A sine what? Times sine 36 degree equals to 15.87 centimeter times sine 29 degree. So that for us to do that, we can just say A now equals to 15.8 centimeter times the sine 29 degree. We are going to work on sine by using our calculator. Sine 29 degree. Our sine 29 degree will be sine 29 degree is 0.484848 is 0.4848 all over sine what? Sine 36 degree. Sine 36 degree we are going to have is 0. Times 36 degree will now give us is 0. Sine 36 we are going to divide by what we have there, which is 0.587779. 5879. By the time we multiply this and we divide it by, let's see what we are going to have as the final result. Let's see what we are going to have as the final result for small letter A. Our small letter A, we are to multiply 15.8 centimeter times 0.4848. Let's see what we have for that. And divide it by 0.5879. Let's see the final answer for the A, for small letter A. Our final answer here is 13.020291. So that we can make it as A now equals to 13.03 centimeter. 13.03 centimeter. We are leaving it as two decimal places. You can also leave it as one decimal place or three decimal places. Depend how you want, but you must tell them the information, which is two decimal places. You are leaving the result as two decimal places because when they are marking your work, you will not be there. It's what you have given out or what you have written out that will be telling them what you have done. Are we there? So that in this now we have done the first example, second example. Let us quickly move to the third example and see how it's going to work. So that I'm giving the third example for today. Also, example 3. Example 3. Let's say we have in triangle. Let me say we have DEF. In triangle DEF, and we also in triangle DEF we have angle of D. Let me say we have it as 27 degree, and we also have angle of E, we have it as 22 degree, and we also have the side of D, small letter D, as we have it as, let me say we have 10.5 centimeter. And the question now says find E. Find small letter E. For you to draw your triangle, in your triangle, this one is going to be labeled as E, this one will be labeled as F, and then this one will be labeled as D. And we know that the opposite of D is a small letter d. Opposite of F is a small letter F, and the opposite of E is a small letter E. Let us label all the angle we have. We have an angle of D. Angle of D was given as 27 degrees. Angle of E was given as 22 degrees. And we also have the side of D. The side of D, it was given as 10.5 centimeter. And the question says find side of E. We are looking for this place. Question mark. We can also find the angle of D. The question might say, okay, also find the angle of capital letter F. What to do? We now said F equals to 180 minus open bracket. We are going to sum the two angles we have, which is 22 degree plus 27 degree. So that for the angle F, which is part of the question that was given, will now be 180 minus the summation of this will give us 49 degree. By the time we remove the bracket, we are going to have 180 minus 47 degree. Let's see what we are going to have. 180 minus 47. So that we have 133. So that the angle of F, which is part of the question, we now have it as 133 degree. Thank you. Okay, let's quickly go to the side of E. Don't forget the formula. Which one we have complete? We have our D complete. We have the angle, we also have the side. The what we are looking for, we are looking for angle E. We have the angle, but the side it wasn't given to us. So that we now say the one thing we have complete, which is small letter D over sine capital letter D equals to small letter E, the one we are looking for, over sine capital letter E. Capital letter E. So that our small letter D, what was given there, we have 10.5 centimeter over sine of angle D. Angle D, it was given at 27 degree, equals to E, our side of E. That's the side we are looking for, over sine capital letter E. Our capital letter E is 22 degree. So that what we have, we now cross multiply. We say E times sine 27 degree equals to 10.5 centimeter times sine 22 degree. So that we now make our E the subject of formula. We make the E the subject of formula, which is going to give us as E equals to 10.5 centimeter times sine 22 degree. Sine 22, our sine 22 degree is going to give us 0. By the time you are going to press this one in your calculator, if you press sine 22 degree in your calculator, the result will come out, which is sine 22 degree we have is 0.3746. 0.3746 divided by what? We are going to divide by what we have, sine 27 degree. Our sine 27 also will give us, by using your calculator, the value will come out. We are going to have it 0.4540. 4540. So that what we have to do now, we are going to multiply all the one we have in numerator together and divide it by what we have in denominator, so that we can easily get our E, our side of E, perfectly. So that you can say, you press your calculator as 10.5 times 0.3746 divided by 0.4540. Let's see what we are going to have. Let's see what we are going to have to get the final result. To get the final result. To get the final result for this. To get the final result, we are going to have 8.66 8.637. 8.6637. For us to approximate it to anyone so that we can make it as 2 decimal places, answer will be 8.66. 8.66 centimeters. 8.66 centimeters. This is the result. Okay. I hope this is ending of our class today. I hope we enjoyed the class.